that's a whole different payoff. You know, there's no, return on investment there isn't in terms of dollars and cents, it's in terms of health. So if your angle is return on investment and saving money, then vegetable oil would be the way to do it. Yeah.
I guess like we're doing a presentation on biodiesel, but we're actually using vegetable oil.
Yeah, that's our more concentrated.
It's a, yeah. So there's no way we can really.
So this is a 1993 Dodge Ram. So this is a 1993 Dodge Ram. It's a 1-ton dually. It's the biggest commercial, or not commercial, but the biggest sort of individual truck you can buy that most people go to the dealership and drive a pickup truck home. So it's capable of hauling a 1 ton in the truck, and I'll show you how it's been converted under the hood. So it looks just like any other truck with a couple of additions. We've added these valves which select which fuel is being run. So one of the important things here is that when you get in the car and start it up, you start it on whatever fuel's in your main tank. Usually that's biodiesel for our customers. Most people that take the trouble to convert to vegetable oil are also running biodiesel. So start it up on biodiesel. Once the temperature of the vegetable oil that's measured by a sensor built into it, once it gets to a certain temperature, then a computer controller switches over to run on vegetable oil. At that point, it's flowing through this filter here, which keeps the vegetable oil clean. That's all connected to a tank that's in the back of the trunk here that I'll show you. At the back of the truck. This was kind of a prototype, so it's not as clean as most of them are. But you can see here that that tank, that's a 40-gallon tank, and it has vegetable oil in it. And so if you put your hand on it right now, it's room temperature, but once you drive it around for 10 or 15 minutes, it gets hot. Not so hot you can't touch it, but it warms it up. There's actually coolant, antifreeze, that flows through it that comes all the way from the engine bay back behind the cab and then goes into there with these copper coils that go in there. And then, let me step by you here. Inside the truck, there's a computer controller that shows you what's going on. And I don't have, oh yeah, here's the key. So, computer controller comes on. Grease Car is the name of the company that makes it. And it will tell you what temperature the coolant is. It's at 93 degrees, and it shows you how much vegetable oil is in there. So what happens is, once this temperature gets up to 160 degrees, it switches over and it'll say veg oil. And that tells you what fuel you're running on. So those are the 3 parts to a conversion kit. You've got the computer control inside the cab, you've got the plumbing that goes in here, and then you've got the tank in the back. So any vehicle that we do a conversion on has those 3 basic parts. Vegetable oil. The way we get it from restaurants is by hauling it using this tank. So we go out to, we had this trailer custom made for us, and this tank has a suction device on it that collects the oil from the barrels. Once we get it here in this tank, we then drive it to San Antonio, where we have kind of a partner company that processes the oil, takes all the water out, takes all the French fries and stuff like that out, and then it's usable as a fuel for people with conversion kits.
Is that company Alamo Biodiesel?
No, I know those guys, but those are that's a biodiesel production company. The company that we work with, we don't give out their name, but it's not a biodiesel company. They do something else, but their job is really just to clean our oils. This big truck over here is what we use to deliver our biodiesel. So that does not get used for vegetable oil. Our business is kind of complicated. It's kind of weird the way we do everything. Our ultimate goal in life is to collect enough vegetable oil to make into enough biodiesel to satisfy all of our customer demands. As it is today, we have way more demand for biodiesel than the amount of vegetable oil that we're collecting from restaurants. So instead of taking the vegetable oil and turning it into biodiesel to sell as biodiesel, we actually take the vegetable oil, clean the water and food out of it, and then we sell that as vegetable oil to the people with the conversion kits. as we build up extra supplies beyond what those people need, the rest of it gets sold to the biodiesel industry. And then the biodiesel industry produces biodiesel, sells it back to us, and then we deliver it to our customers that sell biodiesel, like EcoWise, which is on South Congress. So we've got a variety of trailers and trucks that move things around and store equipment and store fuel and things like that.
Do you run on vegetable oil? Does it really smell like French fries or chicken when you...
It smells like whatever was cooked in the oil. So if you get all of your oil from like a fish fry place, it'll smell like fish fry. If you get it from a Chinese place, it'll smell like Chinese food.
Okay.
It really does, yeah.
Is it a strong smell?
It's not strong, and you don't know exactly what it is, but then when somebody explains what it is, you say, oh yeah, that's what that is. Because it's just a little different. But I mean, it's the same smell as like if you're in your kitchen and you've got vegetable oil and you're cooking something, you smell the steam that comes off of it that carries those little droplets. It's the same thing. It's burning that stuff. So, that's kind of what we do.
Okay.
Thank you so much.